Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Pure AI Podcast, an AI generated episode based on the work of flesh and blood reporters. I'm Gladys Rama, editorial director at 1105 Media, and I'm joined as always by John K. Waters, the editor in chief of Pure AI. Hi, John.
Great to be here, Gladys.
Today, we're diving into 3 stories posted on Pure AI this week, including the new proposed cybersecurity guidelines for AI systems proposed by NIST, Perplexity AI's proposed bid for Google's Chrome browser, and Anthropic's offer to provide AI services to the government for $1.
Let's start with that last story. Anthropic said Tuesday it will offer its Claude AI services to all 3 branches of the U.S. government for one per agency for 1 year, escalating a pricing war with rival OpenAI for lucrative government contracts. The offer comes 1 week after OpenAI announced a similar one pricing structure for federal executive branch agencies, highlighting intensifying competition among AI companies to secure government customers as the technology gains adoption across the public sector.
But Anthropic's proposal goes beyond OpenAI's executive branch focus, targeting legislative and judicial branches as well. The company will provide both Claude for Enterprise and Claude for Government, the latter designed to handle sensitive unclassified government data through FedRAMP High certification. FedRAMP High represents the highest security baseline within the Federal Risk and Authorization Management Program.
Anthropic has already established relationships with several government entities. The Department of Defense selected Claude through an agreement with a $200 million ceiling to advance national security capabilities. At Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory, the company said 10,000 scientists and researchers use Claude daily. At the same time, the District of Columbia Department of Health has deployed the system to help residents access health services in multiple languages. The company partnered with the General Services Administration to streamline procurement processes, building on Claude's recent addition to the GSA schedule.
The government AI market has become increasingly competitive in recent months. In July, the Department of Defense announced contract awards of up to $200 million for AI development to Anthropic, Google, OpenAI, and Elon Musk's xAI. The same day, xAI announced its own government-focused AI suite.
OpenAI plans to open its first Washington office early next year and launched OpenAI for Government in June. The company's current government offering operates primarily through Microsoft's Azure Government Cloud.
So, what's this about Perplexity making an offer to buy the Chrome browser from Google?
The AI search company has made an unsolicited $34.5 billion offer to acquire the web browser, positioning itself as a potential solution to ongoing antitrust concerns surrounding the search giant's market dominance. The bid comes as U.S. District Judge Amit Mehta prepares to rule on remedies following his 2024 decision that Google illegally monopolized the search market. The Justice Department has recommended forcing Google to divest Chrome as one of its primary antitrust remedies.
Is this a legitimate offer?
Good question. Perplexity is valued at about $18 billion, so it would need external backing to complete a transaction worth nearly $36 billion its own valuation. Company representatives confirmed that several investors, including major venture capital firms, have agreed to support the potential acquisition. The startup framed its offer as serving the public interest by placing Chrome under independent ownership while maintaining the browser's current functionality. Under the proposed arrangement, Google would remain Chrome's default search engine, though users would retain the ability to switch providers.
You referred to Perplexity as a startup. Why?
Perplexity AI was founded in 2022. Even though it has grown quickly, it's still relatively young compared to established tech companies. In the tech world, startup usually refers to a company that's in its early years, still defining its business model and scaling rapidly.
Gotcha. Now let's dig into those new NIST cybersecurity guidelines for AI.
So, the U.S. National Institute of Standards and Technology, NIST, has unveiled plans to issue a new set of cybersecurity guidelines aimed at safeguarding AI systems, citing rising concerns over risks tied to generative models, predictive analytics, and autonomous agents.
The guidelines are laid out in a concept paper that was released this week. There's a link to it in the Pure AI story, and it outlines a framework called Control Overlays for Securing AI Systems, which adapts existing federal cybersecurity standards, SP 800-53, to address unique vulnerabilities in AI. NIST said the overlays will provide practical, implementation-focused security measures for organizations deploying AI technologies, from large language models to predictive decision-making systems.
The initial overlays will cover 5 categories of use: generative AI applications such as chatbots and image generators, predictive AI systems used in business and finance, single-agent and multi-agent AI systems designed for automation, and secure software development practices for AI developers. Each overlay will address risks to model training, deployment, and outputs, with a focus on protecting data confidentiality, integrity, and availability.
The effort builds on NIST's existing AI risk management framework and related guidelines on adversarial machine learning and dual-use foundation models. The overlays will also complement the agency's work on a cybersecurity framework profile for AI, ensuring consistency across risk management approaches.
Remember, this is a concept paper. NIST is inviting feedback from AI developers, cybersecurity professionals, and industry groups, including whether the proposed use cases capture real-world adoption patterns and how the overlays should be prioritized. The agency plans to release a public draft of the first overlay in fiscal year 2026, alongside a stakeholder workshop.
Interested parties can share feedback via email or through a newly launched Slack channel dedicated to the project.
And that's it for this week's Pure AI podcast. Be sure to check out our ongoing coverage of all things AI at pureai.com. Also, check out the newest feature on Pure AI, the Converge 360 Elevator Pitch video series. This series features snapshot interviews with executives who explain to their target customers what their companies do, how they use AI to solve common business problems, and how to get in touch with them to learn more.
Look for the Pure AI podcast every Friday on YouTube.
Thanks, everyone, and have a great day.